Isn't it
clarity.
crazy how just one person comes in
Correct.
with just one statement and then,
Yes.
why do you not move this one here? And you're just like, oh shit, everything's
it was
changed.
wild. So we already had the plane,
Yeah.
but we needed the vision. And with that, we were then able to scale into it. But we also made it safer. And we did have to, like, they say, you have to take from Peter to pay Paul or something. This is like a saying like that. But like the sacrifice was performance. So we would sacrifice a couple of % each month in order to make it safer. But it allows us to sleep well at night.
Reputationally wise,
Correct.
It helps you out. Yeah, like you said, it helps you sleep at night.
And that doesn't stop someone. Like we always use this metaphor. Like if someone wants to jump in the cockpit and turn it into a fighter jet, they can. We're not going to stop them. That's why the way that we run it is a licensing model, right? So they get full control of it. Again,
how does it work? How they go online and find the thing, or they call you? Or
we do. We like if someone checks out my YouTube channel or my ex, DM me. Like we do free consultation calls if people want to talk to us, and if they're a good fit, we discuss it with them and we share the access and that's it. It's really simple. Yeah.
But from that call, like how long is typically that call?
So again, the call, we usually do like an hour consultation calls.
Because you need that with someone like...
like I don't know how long we've been going for.
Can you say that all again, please, from the beginning?
This is a good primer. If someone watches this, then maybe we don't have to explain too much. But they do the consultation call. We just have a chat, make sure that everyone's in sync. Everyone's got the same goals. And then depending on where you are geographically, some countries it's easier to get started right away.
Yeah.
Other countries you might have to set up a certain exchange, but we do work with all the major exchanges and trading views. So we really have no barrier to entry. Pretty much anyone can sign up with us. As long as we're a good fit. This is why we do these calls. We don't just sell our product on a website. We actually want to talk to the people because,
see who it is,
because we do feel like there is a responsibility to educate people and to help them. And this is just the approach that we've taken as a company. Yeah.
That's sick. And even when we were talking about this whole thing with the Bitcoin and all that stuff, I feel like all those jumps and all those people making money and all those people making mistakes had to happen to just clear the riffraff out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just the chavs from coming in and just be like, oi, kind of thing. They're done now.
Correct.
Like the tourist holiday's over and now it's the people who really understand and kind of want to make,
correct,
generational wealth and future out of it.
Yeah.
Right?
If people want to read it, you can read about it. Well, you're English, right? Your background, like you lived in England?
My whole life I grew up there, but Lebo originally.
Yeah, Lebo originally. So have you heard about the South Sea stock? There was a bubble that happened in the 1700s. So there was basically a stock company, a company that issued stocks and there was this gigantic bubble. And what actually happened is everyone started investing in this company. This is so wild. You got to read this book. It's a great book. It's called The Crook, the King, and the Gambler. Okay. This was in England, right? There were people that worked in castles that were like, and they ended up buying the castles off their lords because they were buying these stocks. And these stocks were going up 100 times. 100.
Wow.
It's if you read into the history of this, it was exactly like the cryptocurrency bubble, right? So what happens is you had this one company that basically what happened is they invented the stock market, and they had one company that was started out legit, and then and then it became not legit, right? It was basically, it ended up being a Ponzi scheme. And then you had all these other companies that started doing the same thing, and everyone was just going nuts. Like it nearly destroyed the country. It took 100 years for the country to recover. Wow. And what I get from this story is that the one thing that came out of it was a publicly listed company. So everything was a scam, but the technology that emerged is the stock market that we know today.
Yeah.
And it came from, like what you're saying, the riffraff taking advantage of this new technology, and eventually it got swept away. And then we have this technology, which is a publicly listed company. What's the difference between what's been going on with crypto is we have this technology, which is the blockchain, right? And then it's been launched and it's created all this wealth, and it's come down so many times like a house of cards. And the one thing that emerges is the one true blockchain that matters, and it's Bitcoin. And there's historical precedence to this. Go read about it. It's a fantastic story.
I wanna. What's the name of the book again? So
it's called the Crook, the King, and the Gambler. But that also makes me feel like I like history. I like philosophy. I like all these things. And if I can find a historical precedent that's kind of like a parallel, it gives me more confidence in
Yeah.
what I'm doing. And I really can see the parallels between what happened back then.
And what
And
happened
actually, one of the really interesting things is Sir Isaac Newton, who you know Isaac
Yeah.
Newton, right?
course I
Discovered,
do.
yeah, yeah. So Isaac Newton, he actually lost all his money. He bought the stock, right? The
In
stock
the same
went,
stock.
the South Sea stock.
Oh, wow.
He bought it. He sold. It kept going up. He bought back in all his money,
Yeah.
and then it crashed, and he lost everything. This was probably one of the smartest men that ever lived, got wrecked because he was undisciplined,
Yeah.
right? And he was emotional.
But then again, he probably wouldn't have been depressed sitting under a tree for the apple
Yeah,
to
yeah,
fell on his head.
maybe
after
that's
that,
why the
right?
apple fell on
so
his
everything
head.
good comes
Yeah.
out or something. Yeah.
But this is another thing as well, is that we come back like full circle. Why do you trade with an algorithm? Because you're going to become emotional at some point, and you're going to trade, and you're going to make a bad decision. If Sir Isaac Newton
yeah.
got emotional and lost all his money,
Then who are you to be?
then who are any of us?
But and
you know?
also because it's very clear that we're living in an algorithmic world now, and the future is only getting more algorithmic.
That's exactly right.
Right? So
that's exactly right. So you got to understand
we
that
can't beat them.
you
Join
can't beat them. You
bro.
got to
Yeah,
join
you
them.
have to.
You got to
Yeah,
join them, and you got to find something that makes sense with you. And this is why I'm coming out and having these conversations and talking about it, because I feel like we've got something really special, and we can share it with people too.
Well, look, now that you guys are out here in Dubai, I can actually come in early.
Yeah.
Right? And get everyone else in Dubai to come in early too. And I
Yeah.
can be one of the originals. When are you back again?
And Dubai's great. We're back. We're coming for the Bitcoin conference in Abu Dhabi on the 7th to 8th of December.
December. So we're September. October,
Yeah, we're one of the sponsors there. We're actually going to have a stall. So if anyone in Dubai or the UAE or is watching, we'll be in Abu Dhabi it's called Bitcoin Mena.